JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Hi guys. Before we go into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Alpha Primary Principal has died. Principal of Alpha Primary in St. Andrew, Yvette Samuels, has died. She passed away this morning after being hospitalized for some time. It is understood that Samuels, who headed the institution for the last 7 years, was a breast cancer survivor whose cancer had relapsed. Guidance counselors have since been dispatched to the school to provide counseling for teachers. However, students who are currently sitting their primary exit profile exams have not yet been notified. Those students love the principal dearly, and I believe it will affect their exams, a school official who requested not to be named said. Two St. James women shot, one fatally. For the second time in just under a week, a St. James woman has been murdered as marauding criminals continue to unleash mayhem across volatile communities in the Western Parish. To date, the parish has seen 29 murders in 2024. The latest victim is a security guard identified as 36-year-old Nastasia Smith of a Valley Heights address, who was murdered at her home on Sunday by gangsters who entered her yard and sprayed her house with bullets. According to reports, Smith and family members were at home when they heard gunfire outside the house, as windows and doors shattered around them. When the shooting subsided, Smith and another woman were found on the floor in one of the rooms covered in blood. It was discovered that Smith had suffered multiple gunshot wounds to her head and upper body. She died on the spot. The other woman has since been admitted in serious condition. Smith's killing is causing some amount of unease among women in volatile communities in the parish, as while men are generally seen as fair target in gangland warfare. There was an accepted understanding that women and children should not be targeted. The man them broke the code. No man is supposed to kill no woman. I hear that thing that a female resident from Valley Heights said on Monday. I hope the man them put back the order in the place because this don't look good. Smith's killing comes sharply on the heels of that of Glendevon resident Sudan Hilton, who was killed last Thursday in Darlaston, Westmoreland, where she had taken up residence after she was ordered by the St. James Parish Court to reside outside of the parish. At the time of her death, Hilton was out on bail on a murder charge. She was implicated in the 2021 shooting death of Glendevon businessman Richard Jimmy Baker, who was killed in a drive-by shooting along Salt Spring Road, also in St. James. Businesswoman held with cocaine at Kingston Airport fined $245,000. Businesswoman Tashika Grant, who was held in September 2022 with more than 2 pounds of cocaine at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston, on Tuesday pleaded guilty and was fined a total of $245,000. She was fined $15,000 for possession of cocaine and $230,000 for attempting to export cocaine. Attorney at law Abel Dunfoot pleaded for leniency for Grant after she made the guilty plea in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court. Senior Parish Judge Lauren Cole Montague dismissed the charges of conspiracy to export cocaine and dealing in cocaine. Grant was about to board a flight for Florida on September 1, 2022, when she was searched by security personnel. During the search, a bulge was felt at the back of her sweatpants. Cocaine weighing more than 2 pounds were found strapped to her body. Foot, in his plea for leniency, argued that the issue of duress was a live issue on the prosecution's case because Grant was assaulted and forced by assailants to carry the drugs. Foot pointed out that the actions to carry the drugs were therefore not of Grant's own free will or voluntary. He further argued that in those circumstances, a non-custodial sentence should be imposed due to the fact that Grant was a contributing and a productive member of the society who found herself in that quandary. Following Foot's submissions, the judge indicated that the offences were serious but should be minded to impose a non-custodial sentence due to the circumstances of the case and Grant's good character. Goin's comments, an attack on no speaker, says Dr. Nigel Clark. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark says the opposition leader's comments on Tuesday were an attack on the office of the Speaker of the House. During his contribution to the budget debate in the House of Representatives on Tuesday, opposition leader Mark Golding raised issues about the government's transparency and accountability to good governance, noting that having the head of parliament, who is the spouse of the head of government, does not sit well with the tradition that the Speaker must act independently of the government of the day. But Dr. Clark believes another avenue should have been found to raise the concerns relating to House Speaker Juliet Holness. He also noted that Golding and other opposition members have been inconsistent on matters of national importance, which calls into question whether they can be trusted.
Now that the opposition leader has a disagreement with the Speaker on matters of law and statute, instead of taking his case to the Jamaican people and arguing his case, what he chooses to do is to indirectly attack her intellect and character by suggesting that her actions and decisions are motivated by something other than her independent thought and reason, and that is low and underhand.
Meanwhile, Chairman of the People's National Party and a Member of Parliament, Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, has said the opposition is not calling for Juliet Holness to resign as Speaker of the House of Representatives. Dr. Brown said it is tradition that the government selects a Speaker, and this is accepted.
There are three arms of government that underpin the democracy in which we are. To have two arms of those of that being led by a husband and wife here doesn't look good. As Jamaicans would say, it not look good, it not smell good. And for anyone in government, any right-thinking Jamaican to look at that and say that they don't understand why anyone would believe that's a problem, that would be the problem for me.
Dr. Brown said it is tradition that the government selects a Speaker, and this is accepted. But she noted that the opposition has the liberty to assess the decision because of the conundrum in which it has been placed. She said the comments were not an attack on the competences of Mrs. Holness. She said the opposition is calling for reports from the Auditor General and Integrity Commission to be tabled in the House, and end to opposition members being gagged when rising to speak, a discussion on the alleged illicit 6 parliamentarians, and an update on Prime Minister Holness's uncertified statutory declarations. Cobb testifies contract killer revealed Collymore wanted him to take full blame. The alleged contract killer in the murder of businesswoman Simone Campbell Collymore had reportedly told police that her husband, Omar Bess Collymore, was responsible for organizing her murder but wanted him to take the fall. Now him set up him wife. I know him want me to go down feet. I know me alone involved. 33-year-old defendant Michael Adams is alleged to have said. A detective sergeant who was a sub-officer in charge at the Kingston Central Police Station in 2018 testified on Tuesday that the defendant, Adams, made the revelation during an interview at the Denhamtown Police Station on January 30. Right now, me now want nothing, cause me have a family to live for, the witness recalled being told by Adams before he made reference to Collymore after he was cautioned and informed of his rights to remain silent. According to the police witness, Adams was again cautioned and told that he needed to have his attorney present if he was making an incriminatory statement. However, Adams, the witness said, responded saying, "Me no need no lawyer. Me go talk to you one-on-one until we go on. Nah, make my family suffer for this." The officer said Adams later gave him the name of his lawyer before he ended his testimony. Adams is one of 3 men charged with Collymore for the January 2, 2018 murder of the 32-year-old businesswoman and the taxi driver, Winston Corey Walters, 36. Walters had transported the mother of 2 home and was waiting outside of Forest Ridge apartment complex to be let inside when men drove up on motorcycles and sprayed the car with bullets from both sides through the front windows. Dwayne Pink and Shaquille Edwards are also charged for the double murder. Meanwhile, Adams' lawyer, Sanjay Smith, in his cross-examination of the detective sergeant, suggested that his client never made those utterances, but the witness maintained that he did. Smith further suggested that the officer did not have any pen and paper to record any information at the time of the interview, but the witness insisted that he had them in his possession. The witness also rejected a suggestion that the only information that Adams provided was the name of his lawyer. Early in the trial, one of the shooters, Wade Blackwood, testified that Adams was a contract killer and was the one who would speak directly with the man who had ordered the hit. The confessed member of the Brook Valley Unruly Gang had also told the court that Adams was present with others when the gang leader told him that he would have to carry out the woman's murder as payment for a gun that the police had seized from his brother. Adams was also reportedly present, he said, when he was given a Glock pistol to carry out the hit. JBNN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.